the Insane Gamers, and I'm coming out of a Pokemon Center because I want a frickin' Ferris wheel ride. Heck yeah. So anyway, I'm battling LucasPKThunder again today because he wanted a rematch with me. He has a new team, and I'm using the same team because I thought, well, I may as well just give him a chance and use a team that I've used against him before. So he pretty much knows what's going on with this team. Anyway, his Pokemon are pretty awesome, I'll have to say that. Anyhow, I lead off with Nose. Typical, that's my normal lead. He leads off with this emo lead thing, and I can't stay in. I mean, I would love to T-Wave it or get some rocks up, but I know that I need to keep Probopass around because he's got a Porygon Z. So anyway, I send in Big Pex. Big Pex was definitely the MVP of this match. It is such a beastly wall. I mean, look how it just tanks that close combat like a monster. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he copied my lead Glade, but, he's Kevin. Like I said, he likes to copy my sets. He goes into Toad Away, and I just go for the Roost because I thought maybe he'd try to, hey, look, my YouTube channel. Yeah, I accidentally opened it up, and then I was like, crap! But anyway, he goes into this thing as I Roost. Now I'm just going to Toxic him. I don't really know what he's going to do. I mean, I'm hoping that he doesn't Toxic me back. And he uses Aqua Ring, so it's good that I got the poison on him, because he's a wall, so that's nice. Now, this turn, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out, I think, because I don't want to stay in, and I don't want to get Toxic myself. So I'm just gonna go into Mega Marill to resist the Water-type move. I don't care if I'm Toxic, yada yada yada. Plus, it's just epic like that. And he gets what the heck? Supersonic? Kevin, are you serious? That's just stupid. Okay, there's originality, and then there's stupidness. That is not smart. But, cool idea anyway. So, I don't really know how much I can do to this thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and Focus Blast it, and just see how much that does. It does round half, so that thing's got a lot of defense, well, special defense anyway. 3 Earth Powers me, doesn't do a whole lot. Carudio's got pretty good special defense too. And I'm pretty sure since it took that Focus Blast so well, that it won't be able to take a Mystery Sword as nicely, just because he's probably got it heavily invested in special defense. So, it's really awesome to have 2 ways of attacking on a single Pokemon, special and physical. It's really helpful. Anyhow, so I kill that off, which is nice, and he sends in a Porygon Z. I don't really know what to expect from it, but it got a special attack boost, so I don't feel confident staying in here. I'm just going to go right back to Probopass, because I know that I can take whatever. If he decides to try attack, then, I'm just going to beast it. And he does try attack, and I resist that times 4, so that didn't do anything, which is great. So, I don't really know much about the Porygon Z, if it's Specs or Scarf or whatever, or if it's just whatever, I don't know, it doesn't have Life Orb, so anyway, it goes into this thing now, and I just set up some rocks on the Switch, because I didn't really know what it was going to go into. So now I can, I'm pretty sure the Subarugo can't really hurt me. It can't Toxic me. It can't counter me, because I'm using special attacks. It just knocked off my leftovers, which sucks, but it's still not really that much of a big deal, since, Whatever, I can't think of them words now. Them words is not here. So I paralyze it just for the sake of paralysis, and he Toxics me. I guess he was thinking I would switch. So I'm just either waiting for him to switch, or he's waiting for me to switch. So I just Power Gem again, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I've got more of an advantage because I'm doing more damage, so he's probably going to be the one to switch. And this turn, I went for the T-Wave instead of the Power Gem, because I thought that he would switch out to his Glade or something like that. Anyway, he does switch, just like I predicted, and he goes out into a Porygon Z, which is great, so I get a paralysis on that, and that's really, really awesome. So I can just, cripple that thing, and it's basically useless now, if it's, no matter what its item is, so I'm just going to go ahead and Power Gem, see how much that does. I don't really know what he's going to do, but then again, I don't really care what he's going to do. So he gets paralyzed once, whatever. I thought he was just going to T-Bolt or something, so I just went for it again. And it turns out he's actually packing Hidden Power fighting. I was like, oh, crap. As soon as I saw Hidden Power, I was like, yeah, I'm dead. Well, that sucks. I mean, Probopass really did do what I had kept it for. I needed it to wall this Porygon Z, and it did it fairly well, so we can't complain. Send in Mega Marill 2, he saves that thing for fodder. Whatevs, it's not going to do him much good, so I'm going to go ahead and Mystery Blade this, And it does a decent amount. I was actually surprised about how much that did, because I thought it would be physical bulky. So I'm just going to go ahead and Hydro Pump and finish this one off, and see what he sends in next. Now, this Shuparugo here was basically the only thing that could counter my bird. So I'm kind of happy it's gone, because now I can send in my Barugina, however you pronounce it. I can send it in and not worry about, you know, that thing coming in and walling me. So he uses Psycho Cut. I just go to a Vine with me because it's pretty much just a physical wall. And because I thought he would switch to Sazendora this turn, I went for the Sludge Bomb. Just, you know, maybe hoping for poison, or maybe he would switch. But he doesn't actually switch. He goes for the D-Bond, and that was pretty cool. So anyhow, I think he's going to do it again, so I just switch into this thing. And I'm sorry, guys, but this is the only Pokemon you're going to see for the rest of the match. It just walled his entire team to death. He couldn't touch it. It just strangled the life out of his team. So Toxic, he switched, whatever. Goes into his fodder. I can just finish that guy off with a critical hit knockout. Go, Big Pecs, yeah! Okay, anyhow. Oh, wow, it was Scarfed. Okay, then. I'm glad I got the paralysis on it. So now he sends in this thing, and I already know it's set. It likes to use Howl. So this turn I predicted he would use Howl, so I went for the Toxic just to get some residual damage on him. And I know I can take one of whatever he wants to throw at me, even at +1, just because this Pokemon is so physically bulky. And it's got quite a bit of special bulk, too. Anyway, I think that he's going to use Wild Bolt this turn, and he actually does. So I was like, wow. And I pretty much just beast that hit. I mean, it did just over half. That's pretty impressive. So I'm just going to Whirlwind him out here. He'll get some nice Stealth Rock damage when he comes back in. So he goes into Gallade again. And I'm kind of hoping that I can live this close combat. I think I can, because it doesn't do half. So I should be able to live in the red and get a Roost off. And that's exactly what happens. I was like, oh, thank God for that. Because if this bird dies, I don't have a wall. So I just go ahead and Roost. And this part of the match is basically just me spamming Roost. While he's trying to get a crit or something just to finish me off. Even at full health, a crit close combat wouldn't kill this bird. Which is just beastly, I think. So he close combats again. And I'm just going to, you know, use Roost again because I'm just spamming it, waiting for him to switch, or waiting for a chance to Toxic this Gallade, so that, you know, the stalling isn't just stalling for no reason. Anyhow, I'm almost back at full now, so I feel pretty confident that, you know, I can live a close combat and get a Toxic off, but I didn't know what he was going to do, so I just went for Roost again. I thought maybe he'd switch to a Sazendora, because even though I have a lot of physical, even though I do have some special bulk, I can take physical hits a lot better than I can take special. So, anyway, CC's again, and because I was at full health, I just went for the Toxic, because I figured, you know, if we're going to sit in here all day, I may as well just, you know, make it worth my while and just Toxic that thing. I'm going to say right now, I love this bird Pokemon. It's awesome. It's such a great wall. I mean, it just tanks everything. So he withdraws that and goes into Sazendora now, which I was kind of afraid of this thing. I do have something I can kill it with fairly easily, and I mean, a high Hydroma can probably outspeed it because it's Scarfed, and I know that my Mega Marrow can outspeed it, so, you know, I was afraid of it, but I do have other Pokemon to counter it. Anyhow, he uses Cheer Up, which is really interesting, so I'm intrigued to see what it does. I just blow it away because I thought he was going to Meteor me or something, and I don't know. I could probably take a single Meteor and live in maybe low-range yellow. Probably. Anyhow, I Whirlwind him into this Arcanine now. And I know he's probably just going to Wild Bolt me, so I'm not going to bother roosting him. I'm just going to blow him out again. Because when he comes back in, he's going to get owned by Stealth Rocks after that recoil. So, goodbye Arcanine, you're not going to live when you come back in. Out comes Gallade again. That thing is going to die with Toxic, so I can just sit in here and spam Roost once again. Oh my god. I can imagine, if I was on the wrong end of this bird, I would be really annoyed. It just doesn't die. It's one of those Pokemon, it just doesn't die. So anyhow, close combat, obviously not going to kill me because I'm a beast. And I'm just going to spam Roost again. Wow, this battle is getting very interesting, isn't it? Me just spamming Roost and stalling out his guys. But during the actual match, I was laughing because he just couldn't kill me. Anyhow, he's going to die from Toxic next turn, so I just hit Roost again, thinking maybe he'd go for his last close combat, but he actually makes an interesting play in Destiny Bonds. So I guess he was thinking maybe I'd knock him off, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to do that, and yeah, I figured it would probably be a better idea to Roost. Then I'm at full health when this Sazandora comes in. So, he sends out his Arcanine. I guess he was thinking maybe he could live Stealth Rocks, but even if he did, Toxic would take him down, and he doesn't live it, so that's the end of Arcanine. And now all he has left is his Sazandora. I can take one attack from it, and I can also just switch into my Scarfed Daruma to take it out, because it's obviously not choiced if it's using Cheer Up, so that would be really stupid if it was. I just go for the Toxic, because I figured I had a free turn. I can't Whirlwind it, so I may as well. And now I'm just predicting the attack, so I go for Roost, and he Cheer-Ups again. So I'm like, okay, you want to play this? We'll see how beastly this Pokemon is. We'll see if we can take an attack. Anyway, I'm at full health, so I can't Roost anymore. Well, I can, but I just won't get any health back from it. Who is getting hurt by Toxic, and now he goes for the Fire Blast, and I'm like, okay, come on, tank it, 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 tank it. Oh, you tanked it. What a beast. So yeah, I live the +2 Fire Blast like a beast, and get a Roost off. Man, this Pokemon is just such an uber wall. I swear to God. Anyhow, Toxic is going to kill him next turn with the Life Orb, so he just goes for Outrage, and this is going to kill me because it gets a crit. I don't know if I would have lived without the crit. I'm going to say I wouldn't have. I mean, it's Outrage from a Stab Dragon, but you never know. Anyhow, good game, Lucas, and if you want to battle with him, go to his channel and ask him. He just doesn't do 5th gen very much because he's bad at it. So see you guys next time.